Alright, ranking all the at least important Star Wars movies and shows. I'm not counting stuff like the Clone Wars movie and like the Resistance show and like, that kind of stuff. Just pretty much the important stuff. I think we'll start with the movies and do them in order. I've kind of just put the characters to resemble which is which so it's easier to see. Episode 1, Phantom Menace. It's kind of mid. It wasn't amazing. I think people, I'm going to bump it up one because I think people hate on it too much. Episode 2 is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time, so I'm going to put in S. This is my opinion. You have your opinion. Let's move on. Episode 3, also an S. Everyone knows so many memes and amazing scenes and just all of that good stuff. Episode 4, I'm going to say I got to put in episode 4 in S. You just have to. It's the original, the legend. You have to. You can't not put in episode 4. I mean, in S. Episode 5 was good. I guess like a B as well. It was pretty good. Just, yeah, I don't know. B. Good enough. Episode 6. I guess like C. It was mid. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just, I don't know, like it was crazy at the time, with the plot twist. Wait, no, that was episode 5, my bad, but whatever. It was kind of crazy at the time with like the Force Ghosts and all that kind of juicy content and stuff and Vader killing Pelps and all of that, but kind of mid now. Episode 7, okay, listen, I'm gonna put in mid. I know the sequels are bad, but episode 7 specifically is not too bad. However, episode 8 on the other hand is miserable, and so is 9. Both F. They're terrible. They shouldn't have even been made. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna bump 9 up 1. 9 was miserable, don't get me wrong, but it had some cool things. A lot of new stuff. It wasn't amazing, but I'll give it credit for how much new stuff, and actually it was kind of original. It just wasn't amazing. Alright, let's move on to the animated shows. Only a few. Clone Wars, S, obviously. You have to give it S. You can't not give it S. Also, I just want to say, I've seen some tier lists where they're like, they go based off every season. I'm not doing that. I'm just putting it all as one. Two things. First of all, if you've made it this far into the video, you most likely genuinely care about the content, which I'd ask if you could please like or subscribe, as it helps me out a lot here and it only takes a few seconds of your time. Also, really long story short, this video is very rushed, which I apologize, but it's because I've been working a lot for the past 5 days. I haven't had any time to record or anything. At the time of recording this, it's almost Christmas Eve and I'm going away on a trip on Boxing Day, so I wouldn't have time to make a video until like Jan 3rd or 4th. So this video is a bit rushed, which I apologize, but that's why. I hope I didn't drag that on too long, so back to the video. Rebels, I'm gonna say, D. First of all, something has to fill the spot, but it wasn't very good. I don't know, like the first 2 seasons were miserable. They took a very long time to get interesting. The only interesting one was the parts with Darth Maul, in my opinion. The rest were kind of bland. Visions, I'm gonna say like D. Is an interesting idea. For anyone who doesn't know, pretty much they got a bunch of anime studios to pretty much make their own twist on Star Wars. It was a good idea, it wasn't very interesting. Tales of the Jedi, I'm gonna say like C. It was alright. That Inquisitor right there is freaking dope, by the way, but it's kind of alright. I mean, being a comic fan, I already knew a lot of what happened, so it wasn't really anything new to me. Oh, I forgot Bad Batch even exists. I'm gonna say like C as well. I don't know, I feel like it was overrated. It wasn't too exciting. It's kind of cool, but not insane. Now, onto live, no, this is a movie. This isn't even, I forgot, we missed a couple movies, right? This Christmas special, F, obviously. It's miserable, and it gives me nightmares. I mean, look at that goofy ass face. Han Solo, I'm gonna say like C. It was... Here's the thing, it was kind of cool, a lot of new stuff, very interesting, getting to see his, backstory and that kind of stuff. It just didn't quite hit the spot. Darth Maul was so cool, but it should have been executed better. I mean, he's like my favorite character in Star Wars, and it was kind of boring. Rogue One was, I'm gonna say D, like, it was, again, good idea, but executed not very well. There was some interesting and funny parts of it, but overall it was kind of mid. Mandalorian, S, wrong one, exact opposite side of the tier list. S, you gotta give it an S. Mandalorian, at this point, it's literally an icon. It's stamped itself in today's society. Like, I'm not even kidding. I mean, you see Baby Yoda stuff everywhere. Mandalorians in general, just comics of it and people loving Mandalorian skyrocketed since that, which is cool because they have such interesting backstories, and I'm really happy that it's made people love Mandalorians. Amazing show. I know so many people don't even watch Star Wars. Start with that. It's so good. It's so interesting. I promise you'll love it. Boba Fett, I'm gonna say B. Alright, Boba Fett, in my opinion, is better than people give it credit. It wasn't miserable. It's not as bad as people make it sound. It just wasn't amazing. A lot of people complain like, oh, they butchered Boba Fett. He's supposed to be this terrifying, deadly person, but that's the whole point of his backstory. The Tusken Raiders changed him. They showed him, you know, what family is like, what a tribe is like, what a community is like. So I understand why they made him kind of weak. Obi-Wan, I'm gonna say A. I personally quite liked Obi-Wan. There were things that didn't make sense, don't get me wrong, but overall it's kind of cool. You know, the Inquisitors were kind of cool. Just, I don't know, it was nice. I think people hated it too much. So here's the problem, I'd say, is Star Wars have done so much that when they try something new, people hate it a lot because they've done like everything good. And it's kind of like, well, you need something, you got to make some content. But I'll tell you so much, people hate on it too much. It is a good show, at least decent at best. It's not bad. Now Andor. Andor's tricky. I've only seen the first episode, please don't spoil it. The first episode was boring, but that's with almost every show to exist. I don't know what to do with it because I've heard great things about it. You know what? I'm gonna give it an A. That sounds really stupid considering I haven't even seen it. But number one, I've heard very good things about it. Number two, based off the trailers, it looks sick. This is a point that both me and my brother have made quite a lot, and I personally think it's a really good point. The thing is, they can't butcher a beloved character. The reason people hated Boba Fett and Obi-Wan is because they butchered beloved characters. Whereas Andor, it's all new, at least mostly all new content, new style of content, all of that. And so I know A may seem like an unfair rating, but combine that, so I don't think it'll get butchered. What I've heard that it's amazing, and the trailers, it looks amazing, I think it's worthy of A. Like I said earlier, I apologize, this video is very rushed. I explained why. I'm not going to explain it again, but yeah, let me know what your favorite Star Wars movie or show or both are. Actually, I don't know how this is gonna go in editing because I just did my outro. I forgot to mention Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and Happy New Year. I hope this year was great for you. I don't know how many people make it this far into the video, but for everyone who did, Happy New Year. At least when it comes, it's right around the corner, 7 days at the time of recording this. And like I said, Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Otherwise, just happy holidays, I guess. Again, I don't know how the editing's gonna look, if that's a bit choppy or whatever, but I will catch you all next time. Have a good one.